Debbie Weiss. Can Debbie Weiss please come on up? Good friend of mine for years, is a fierce constitutional advocate for free speech, and we'll be talking about identity politics. Come on up. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Are we having fun yet? I can't hear you. All right. I'm here to talk to you about identity politics, and originally I told John, oh, this is too loud, but now that I hear them, I guess he was right. America is the greatest, the freest, and the most prosperous country in the world, but the left wants to divide us. They want to divide us by race, by gender, by sexual orientation, ethnicity, and class. And this wasn't on my speech, but apparently they want to divide us most of all by political ideology. By injecting their cultural Marxism into every societal institution, including academia, government, media, and schools, they are categorizing you into groups instead of treating you like unique individuals. This woke ideology of identity politics is pitting one group against another and claiming victims in order to achieve victimhood status, to gain power and preferential treatment. For example, Harvard actually has concocted some cockamamie admissions formula that winds up discriminating against Asians, no matter how objectively qualified they are. And University of Pennsylvania Medical School has a program where they allow minority groups, including blacks, immigrants, and LGBT, to get into school without taking the MCAT test or other admissions requirements. And, although it's not politically correct to say so, is it okay if I'm not politically correct? Many fire departments and police departments have also lowered their standards in order to enable more women to join the force because they weren't able to meet the physical requirements. All of this preferential treatment based on identity politics is always at the expense of other people who would have gotten those jobs or would have gotten those admissions slots at schools. And all of it is always at the expense of merit. The entire concept of equal outcomes versus equal opportunity can only be achieved by catering to the lowest common denominator, where we're all equally poor, equally uneducated, and equally miserable. And in the long run, it doesn't help anybody, least of all minorities. I would say that it's the low expectations, soft bigotry of low expectations, to say that because of the skin color, you're not capable of going out and getting a government ID in order to vote. Or because of your skin color, if you're arrested for a crime, we'll let you out without bail, maybe not even arrest you, because hey, I guess you couldn't help it and you didn't have a choice. And as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing less than child abuse to tell a young black person that he cannot achieve his dreams in a country like America because we're a racist country and he's a victim. That only leads to the self-fulfilling prophecy, hatred, anger, and more bigotry. Liberals say they want diversity, but what they mean is they want you all to look different, as long as you think the same way. These people out here, they all think the same way. They can't even agree to disagree. They can't listen to the other side. They're trying to divide our country. Liberals say they want inclusion. Hey, you guys, do you want inclusion? But if you're a conservative, they'll censor you, cancel you, and maybe even fire you from your job. Liberals say they oppose discrimination, and yet everything they do encourages you to be race and color conscious, not color blind. Martin Luther King is rolling over in his grave as I speak because his ideals of equality and opportunity for all are now considered racist by the left. Every individual is granted different gifts, abilities, and talents. It is the purpose of government to secure our freedoms as laid out in the Declaration of Independence and conferred upon us by Providence in order to unleash our abilities. Our founding fathers designed our Constitution to protect the smallest minority in the universe, the individual, you, the smallest minority in the universe, in order to help you achieve your fullest potential. But Biden, Pelosi, and the squad want to tell you that you are a threat to America. if you don't agree with their woke ideology. If you're a constitutional conservative, if you believe in American exceptionalism, if you believe in individual rights rather than group rights, then you are a domestic terrorist. They want to divide they want to write off half of our country, denounce our Judeo-Christian values, and shred our Constitution. Divide our country any way they can, all for their own personal political power. If you identify as part of a group, if you say that, I'm almost done, if you say that, if you identify as a black American, a gay American, an Irish American, a this American, a that American, then you are a hyphenated American, thinking in terms of group rights rather than individual rights. I have news for you. You are not smarter or cooler for buying into this woke ideology and identity politics. You are not more enlightened if you put yourself into a little box and judge people and label them based on superficial characteristics. And you're certainly not more enlightened if you're shredding our Constitution, denouncing our country, all the while people are flooding over our borders, our totally open southern border, because they want to live under our Constitution. And by the way, most of them are black or minority. Remember, united we stand, but divided we fall. E pluribus unum, out of many one, not the other way around. Whether you're black, white, rich, poor, gay, straight, Christian, atheist, or other, we are all more alike than different. Stop being a victim. Get rid of the groupthink. Think for yourself and have the courage to form your own opinion. Throw off the shackles of division, eschew identity politics, and come November, vote for individual freedom, individual rights, American exceptionalism, and the United States of America. Come November, vote red. Thank you very much.